artists in Nigeria and how they made a difference. They were as exuberant, as idealistic, full of energy and ideas, and feeling giddy with the same creative power that many of our kids have shown us today. These young men were artists, and they were in a class together. They graduated in 1962, which was just around the time that Nigeria gained its independence. Nigeria gained its independence in 1960. So you can imagine the euphoria that was in the air. It was a nation which had been under colonial British rule for so long, and all of a sudden was able to rule itself. So not only were these young African thought leaders, they were also influenced by the political big thought leaders of the time. Jomo Kenyatta from Kenya, Kwame Nkrumah from Ghana, Obafemi Awolowo and Nnamdi Azikiwe in Nigeria. These guys were at the height of their game. And the entire polity was gearing up for incredible change and self-actualization. So everybody was talking about independence and trying to dig deep within to find a new identity as free Africans. So at that time, there was only one university in Nigeria that was offering art as a program at the university. And that was the Nigerian College of Art, Science and Technology, which was later renamed the Ahmadu Bello University in Zaria. And it was there that a number of young students got together. They were excited about the change happening in their country and all across Africa. And they decided to form a group. And they called that group the Zaria Art Society. The founding members of this group were Yusufu Grillo, Uche Okeke, Bruce Onobrakpaya, who's in our midst tonight, Demas, thank you, Demas Nwoko, Oseloka Osadebe, and a number of others. So these young students were the same as many of our students who are here at AISL tonight. They were full of creative energy, they had ideas, and they knew that there was something very, very special inside of each of them. They had a unique, creative voice, which Nigeria needed to hear in order that we could embrace this new identity as free Africans. So these students decided to explore the rich history, the culture, the politics of the traditions of Nigeria, and then create art that expresses this cultural wealth through their paintings, through their sculptures, through their drawings, through their poems and music, and so on. And you know, as I was walking through the exhibition this evening, it's also a sign of our times. You know, when you see those artworks and you see, you know, politicians with all kinds of, you know, computer parts as a brain, and the powerful images of, you know, migration and the problems of hunger, our students as well represent what's going on in the world today through their art. So some of these students became strong, they became bold in expressing their creative voices, and they became quite famous. They traveled the world doing their art, and eventually they were recognized as the grandfathers of contemporary art in Nigeria today. And they soon were renamed the Zaria Rebels. This is a big deal in our art history, the Zaria Rebels, we always hear about them. And through their work, contemporary art grew to become, Nigerian contemporary art grew to become locally and internationally recognized. They were considered enlightened pioneers who took nuggets from our history, our culture, and created a new language, which embraced our African identity from a very contemporary point of view. So now I want to tell you about two of those rebels. You see, most of the rebels went on to use their art to do great things. But one of those students left Nigeria. Shortly after graduating, he became an academic and taught in faraway lands. And in all that time, in his entire career of over 50 years, he continued to draw and paint, but only for himself. He lived alone. He became a solitary, even bitter human being. Because guess what? He buried his creativity within himself. The second young rebel set about planting the tree of his creativity for the world to see. And his tree grew and grew and it flowered and it created shade. And young artists came to pick those fruits and it was an oasis of creativity. He became a sheltering tree for his family, his community, his nation, for Africa. So while the first student, and this is a true story, while the first student buried his tree within, he tried to bring it out, but because he didn't share, he became stunted. Because he couldn't grow out of his life, and it was hemmed in and it was choked because of his fears and his decisions not to share his gift with others. So eventually the artist who buried his tree, well, he became an old man. And his family eventually really insisted that, look, you've got to come out with this amazing creativity. And eventually he did, but it was painful because we now had to try and pull out that tree of creativity that was stuck inside. So you can imagine it was a little bit painful. And although eventually people saw the beautiful fruit that he had, he was an old man. He no longer had the energy to truly make the most of this creative gift. So maybe you're asking yourself, well, is this what we came for tonight? Like really? Like this one is talking about trees growing inside of people? Well, as they say in Nigeria, let me land. Let me land. You see, this story is really about you and me. I believe each of us has the seeds of a tree of creativity within. The tree is our gift. It is just, for many of us, all the students up there, it's in its infancy. A little seedling. But all of us sitting in this auditorium have different trees growing inside of each of us. And so you have a choice to make today, whether you are going to water your seedling, give it light, sunshine, food, or you're going to bury it within, which I hope you do. So whether your seed of creativity is singing, or dancing, or writing, or photography, poetry, painting, whatever it is, it could even be a new art form that we're yet to even experience or describe. We need to give that tree air, water, light. So I'd like to share 3 short insights into how we can enrich our lives through creativity beyond this auditorium, beyond this school. So the first insight is practice your gift. Breathe into your creative gift as often as you can. Give it air, give it your oxygen. It will what? It will nurture your soul, my soul. It will make you feel well in the depth of your being. I'm sure you felt the excitement, the exhilaration of when you've created something that is truly magnificent. Maybe you wrote an incredible essay, or maybe you gave incredible insight, or you sang a very great song, or you had that incredible dance, that swag, and it made you feel that you were invincible. That's what I'm talking about. Even though the process of working on our gift can often be boring, doing the scales, practicing, it sometimes is even painful, but the end result is always exhilarating. So keep giving your gift air, give it light, and it will embrace your joyful soul. And often it takes time to find your gift. Sometimes teachers will give you very boring assignments in an effort to help you find your gift. So when I was in high school, I had an amazing English teacher. His name was Mr. Trowbridge. I will never forget him. And he made Shakespeare come alive. I mean, when the guy, read, it was better than Netflix, I'm telling you. The plot within Shakespeare was high politics, and it was wonderful. So teaching was his gift, and he lit a flame inside of me. One assignment that he gave us was to create an anthology of our favorite poems. So each of us had to find poems we liked. It could be songs, it could be passages, proverbs. We were to compile a beautiful anthology. It was a year-long project in grade 12. The assignment wasn't exciting in terms of when you were looking for when you were doing the research. But in the end, it ignited in me a love for the written word. And over a lifetime, I have enjoyed reading poetry, and it also brought me to actually writing poetry. So I started writing and tending my gift. And so, the first insight is keep practicing your gift. The second insight is share your gift. Air it in your family, in your community, with those who hold dear. Because what art can do, it can change people's mindset. When we share our gift, it becomes stronger, bolder, and eventually it acquires a life of blessing. The old man who planted his tree and tended it never imagined that one day, the United Nations would call him a living treasure. Professor Bruce Onobrakpaya was awarded in 2006 by UNESCO as a World Living Treasure. But you know what? He just shared his gift. That wasn't his idea when he just went on his journey of life. He simply got up every morning and worked on his art and encouraged others to do the same. So share your gift and it will grow and it will have an impact and it will bring you joy. And some of us may now be sitting here tonight and we have buried our gifts. You need to bring them out. You need to dust them off. Looking at the parents here, the older generation. Because we were all once these kids up here on the stage, all of us. The scriptures tell us to fan our gift into flame. We have inherited a spirit of power, of discipline, and of a sound mind. So using our gift means that we not only have to practice the discipline of using it, we also have to continue to pull out the weeds of doubt and fear. The weeds which tell us that we're not good enough, not brave enough. Don't let the worries of this life choke out the beauty of the gift that each of you has inside of you. If your tree is stuck within, pull it out. It may be like an ingrown toenail. It may be growing in the wrong direction. Pull it out. Maybe you're so talented, you really don't know which is your gift. Like, I mean, maybe, there are people that are just good at everything. I was on a fellowship a few years ago at the AISL Institute, and each of the fellows had to present what they were working on. And so this guy got up from Ghana. He said, he's written a book, and it was called 100 Ways to Tell Your Purpose. So I said to him in the coffee break, I'm sorry, I don't have the time to read all the 100 ways of finding your purpose. Just break it down to me, please, just break it down. Like, just make it very simple. How do you find your purpose? So he laughed, and he said to me, Sandy, let me give you a hint. When you do something, and you lose complete track of time, you're getting close to your purpose. I think that's quite profound. When you do something that you lose complete track of time, you're getting close to your gift. Of course, he wasn't referring to social media. The third principle of creativity is the most profound insight which I got recently. I sometimes listen to Oprah's Super Soul Conversations, these podcasts, and she was interviewing a poet called Mark Nebo, and he wrote this book which is 7,000 Ways of Listening. Interesting guy. And he said, focus on being a verb, not a noun. Each of us has a gift, okay? We're so caught up in taking that gift and trying to be a noun. So being an artist, being a writer, getting bogged down with the labels. He said, but our gift is our prayer to life. Let it be a verb. Just keep doing it. Be an action word. Be a verb. Don't be a noun. He said he always wanted to be a poet. And then he realized that actually his greater calling was beyond poetry. But he could only get there by actually being, he says, a poem. I find that so profound. So the last insight is be a verb and not a noun as you practice your gift. Ask God to breathe life and purpose into that thing you enjoy doing. And it will definitely become a beautiful flowering tree, which will enrich yourself and our community. So to conclude, I would like to ask for a quotation to be put up. It's a very powerful quotation by Marianne Williamson. I'll read it. Marianne Williamson wrote a book, Return to Love. And Nelson Mandela quoted this particular few words. And so for a long time, people ascribed these words to Nelson Mandela, because when he came out of prison, he spoke these words. But actually, it was written by Marianne Williamson. And she says, our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. We ask ourselves, well, who am I? Who am I to be brilliant and gorgeous and talented and fabulous? Actually, who are you not to be? You are a child of God. Your playing small does not serve the world. There is nothing enlightened about shrinking so that other people won't feel insecure around you. We are all meant to shine. As children do. We were born to make manifest the glory of God that is within us. It's not just in some of us, it's in every one of us. And as we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same. And as we are liberated from our own fear, our presence automatically liberates others. So in conclusion, let me go back to the true story about the two young men. One who buried his greatest tree, and the other one who let his tree grow and prosper. And it is my great honor that the man who let his tree prosper and grow into a forest, Professor Bruce Onobrakpaya, is with us tonight. As a young man, he decided that he would aspire he would aspire to be an elephant. Now he's from the Orobo people. Thank you so much. He's from the Orobo people. Everybody know about the Orobos. They're very, very proud people from the Niger Delta. And in their community, you give yourself a praise name. It's called the Odoban. It's actually a wonderful idea. So imagine you give yourself a praise name. It's an aspirational name that everyone in the community knows you by. So he decided when he was a young man, he was going to give himself the praise name of Elephant. Elephant. And I asked him, so sir, why do you give yourself that name? What is it about the elephant? And he said to me that the elephant has a long memory, the elephant looks after his community, and anywhere the elephant has passed, you will know. Because the footprint is so deep that when it rains, little animals gather around the little ponds of water that the footprint has made. And so he truly is an elephant. So when you honor the elephant, you call him by his praise name. So I'm going to teach you the praise names. So elephant in Orobo is Eni, E-N-I. Eni, can you say that? Eni. So we're going to honor him and we're going to call him by his praise name. And that will start the next section of the program. So let's all together call him out by saying, Eni. He's not going to come out. He's not going to come out. We have to do it better. Let's try again. 1, 2, 3. Hey! Again. 1, 2, 3. Hey! Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. We are going to have a short intermission, but before you leave, we have one more thing to do. We just want to make sure that we give honor very quickly, so we can turn off the lights. Thank you. So this is something that's very special for the arts, because